So, good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Corsega, and I will be your reporter for module number 7, Minimum Monitoring and Evaluation Standards for Communication Activities. So, what is it all about? Let's dive in. So, here are the content of my report. So, we will be discussing about the overview of M&E for communication activities, discuss the minimum monitoring and evaluation standards, the human and financial inputs, and conclusions. So, how do we know if our communication activities and social mobilization program became effective? How can we be sure that resources are used properly and activities are implemented as planned? And more importantly, how do we improve our strategies if something isn't working? So, on this report, we will look at these questions in light of the minimum monitoring and evaluation standards for communication activities based on the PMI or Presidential Malaria Initiative Communication and Social Mobilization Guidelines. So, monitoring and evaluation are integral components of communication and social mobilization program as they ensure that strategies, materials, and activities are effectively designed, implemented, and improved over time. So, according to our main source of this, the main reference of this report, so minimum monitoring and evaluation standards focus on documenting how communication interventions were developed and implemented, as well as measuring outputs, outcomes, and management efficiency. So these standards are applied primarily to in-country monitoring and are meant to support adaptive management and accountability rather than formal reporting under the performance management plan. So these standards are designed to help teams monitor activities in real time, allow quick improvements, ensure transparency and accountability, but they are not mainly for formal reports, as mentioned, like the PNP, but these standards are for practical, on the ground program management. So, according to PMI, there are 5 types of indicators. So we have input indicators, which answers the question, what resources are used? So process indicators, how activities are implemented. Output indicators, so what are the immediate results? Outcome indicators, what are the behavioral changes? And impact indicators, which asks or talks about the long-term health outcomes. So notably, PMI emphasizes that communication success is measured largely through behavioral outcomes, not just by outputs. So, what exactly are the minimum monitoring evaluation standards? So, we will group these stages into three. So, the first one is the strategy and activity development. Second one is testing and implementation. And the third one is the monitoring and evaluation per se. So let's discuss the following stages under each category. So under strategy and activity development, we have first the audience research, which provides the empirical foundation of communication interventions. So this includes research instruments such as the use of survey, focus group discussion guides, interview schedules, This also includes methodology like sampling, data collection, and key findings that inform message design and channel selection. So we also have the strategy formulation. In this stage, it translates research findings into a structured communication strategy, which identifies the communication goals, key messages, target audience, and segmentation. So the third one, which is the print materials developed. So this process uh, includes the documentation of all materials produced, such as print materials like posters, leaflets, and brochures. This also includes broadcast materials such as radio spots and television advertisement. The fourth one is the local communication channels, which is basically the selection of communication channels like assemblies, interpersonal communication, and mobile platforms. So the goal is to document all materials, broadcast contents, and communication channels being used. So the second one is the testing and implementation. So we have here the pre-testing. Pre-testing ensures message clarity, cultural appropriateness, and acceptability. Pre-testing documentation should include pre-testing activities such as testing materials before release and feedback collection and revision. For product, for the production and broadcast, this involves the finalization of materials and dissemination through selected channels. Dissemination, orientation, and training is simply the dissemination activities and capacity building efforts, which refers to orientation sessions, training of staff, and other partners. For the supervision, this ensures fidelity of implementation and quality control, such as field visits, supervision reports, spot checks, and documentation reviews. So finally, the third one is the monitoring and evaluation. So monitoring focuses on tracking communication processes and outputs, such as the number of activities conducted, materials distributed, and media placements aired. So under the PMI, it recommends that the use of monitoring instruments, which includes activity reports, inventory logs, media logs, and supervision checklists to facilitate timely feedback and course correction. So while evaluation assesses uh, short-term and medium-term outcomes, particularly changes in knowledge, attitudes, and practices related to targeted behaviors. So PMI supports the use of pre-test and post-test, household surveys, and other qualitative methods to determine the effectiveness of communication interventions.